Thanks to Jersey Sports Zone, and Volpe makes almost the identical play.
At home, they call me Big Al, and I hit dingers.
Remember that young man, Big Al?
The Minnesota Lynx select Diamond Miller.
Video courtesy of Jersey Sports Zone.
It's an incredible goal, so that's a nice one. It's deserved the number one.
You got my food. Number 2, New Jersey high school football.
Here on Jersey Sports Zone.
We're back for another week of talking New Jersey high school sports. This is the Beyond the Score podcast, episode 5. I'm Rich Krampanis, joined as always by Jay Cook. Sometimes we got to break down the rundown of what do we lead with, what are we talking about. We didn't have to talk too much this week, did we, partner?
No, this was a pretty easy one. You could probably tell by my very hoarse voice where I might have been on Friday night. Over 6,000 people up in Ramsey, and I had to scream to talk to the person next to me. That's kind of the situation it was.
Don Bosco against Bergen Catholic. It lived up to the hype and then some. And my biggest takeaway is that it's official now that this season, when it comes to the superpowers in North Jersey, is going to be an absolute free-for-all. And if everybody thinks things are going to be the way they are right now, I think there's going to be a lot of twists and turns where, credit to Bergen Catholic, they've dominated the narrative here for the last few years. And now I think we're going to see, DC versus Marvel just, going toe-to-toe, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, look, I mean, it has turned the whole season upside down. Everything we knew coming into this week was Bergen is on this giant win streak. Can Bosco snap the streak? What's going to happen? And then in a matter of, 3 hours up in North Jersey, we have a new number one football team in New Jersey. I wouldn't even question that at all. Bosco proved they are the best football team in New Jersey right now coming out of week 4, decisively.
And look, I don't think you and I are flabbergasted or completely shocked that Don Bosco won.
No.
And at the same time, I think you or I are nowhere even close to writing Bergen Catholic's obit.
Far from it.
I think we just saw what you and I ultimately wanted, which was a whale of a football game that the story is not completely told yet, which is so awesome.
It makes for a great 2025 season story. That's what it's ultimately going to come down to being, because the last time the Bergen lost in state was 2022. We talked about that last week. How did Bergen respond? Well, I know that Vito Campanelli had that score up the entire week of practice going into that non-public A-state championship game up at the practice facility on Oradell Avenue. And guess what happened? Bergen ran them out of the house in the state final and won another state championship. So we are certainly not going to see the last of Bergen Catholic. This is still an incredible team, but we have to give props to Don Bosco Prep. They have a fantastic high school football team with playmakers all over the place, and they showed in a massive spot that they have the moxie to win a big game.
And the normal media covering high school football, it's if you watch Friday night football shows around the country, which I have, it's touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. And that's all well and good. Quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers. I enjoyed your highlights so much because you shine the spotlight on those kids on the Don Bosco defense. I mean, is it Mekhi White? Mekhi Allen. Goodness gracious. Is that a football player?
Terrifying.
And Hinspeeder. I mean, guys making plays. That was the cool thing about it.
Mekhi Allen is a freak of nature. I mean, and that's being as polite as possible. I mean, and one of the nicest kids in the world. I've gotten to know him fairly well, a Hillside kid over the last couple years, and really starting to watch him fill into all the potential that people had talked about that he had as a freshman. Like, just wait. It's coming. And on Friday night, Mekhi Allen, I mean, I'd have to go back and check the stats. Probably had double-digit tackles, is chasing guys down from behind that have yard breaks on him, and then he is coming in and laying the boom on quarterbacks. I mean, this is a guy you do not want getting a free look at your quarterback because it's going to be painful. And he had a fantastic game. Jack Hinspeeder had an incredible game. A big big pick late in the fourth quarter of that game. Look, we talked about that. Which of these quarterbacks are going to, how are these quarterbacks going to respond in a really big spot? How are they going to hold up? Carson Shane did not turn the ball over. Trey Taliaferri threw one interception. He made one mistake all night, and Bosco made him pay. Don Bosco was able to run the ball down the last 6.5 minutes of the game. That was what Coach Sabella made a point to the reporters after the game, was how impressed he was with the offensive line to just impose their will on Bergen Catholic's front seven in the last 6.5 minutes to just run the ball out. And they did an incredible job at it. Rhett Morris, a West Virginia commit, 6'4", 300-pounder, just an absolute mountain of a kid playing on the interior offensive lineman at Bosco. He led the charge there. So a big shout out to Rhett. That's one of my guys up there at Bosco. He did an incredible job, and those Bosco boys, they made a statement.
No scoring in the second half, yet it still had the kind of the thrilling aspects of a wild down to the wire kind of game. So that's what I loved about it. And hey, you're right. Big props to Don Bosco. They're on top right now, and now we're going to see what happens going forward. And then the other part of this mix now is, we're going to talk about DePaul Catholic a little bit later in the show, looking ahead to them facing Don Bosco. St. Peter's Prep, we said they were back, 2 weeks ago? Yeah. I mean, a 5-0 mark here heading into October, and what a finish to that game that you were at Caven Point against St. Joe's Montvale.
It's that end zone at Caven Point is magic
for
St. Peter's Prep. I mean, there's something about it. As one of the coaches after, he's like, that end zone. We love that end zone right there. Going in, you have been at games.
Chase Long.
A touchdown, a 2-point conversion, a double overtime. I have seen crazy finishes down there. St. Peter's Prep, boy, they are a good football team. And so many people had them written off because of the defense. Coming into the season, what's the defense going to do? Can Tyler Bell, a quarterback, really command this football team? Can they even run the ball? Boy, I feel like we're talking about it every week. Their ability to run the ball has changed the way they play. It has taken this offense to a new level. And the defense, I mean, it's been years since I've seen a St. Peter's Prep defense and special teams unit make so many controlling plays in a game. It reminds me of the Cody Simon days back pre-COVID, where Cody Simon, Ohio State linebacker, now with the Seattle Seahawks, was just an absolute force and really changed, really made a statement and to be a really talented defensive player at St. Peter's Prep. They don't have that level of guy, but the defense as a whole is playing at that level. It's been really fascinating to see. Excuse me, my voice certainly very hoarse after Bosco and that game on Saturday. But it was St. Peter's. They're doing such an incredible job. If you told them they were going to be 5-0 to start the year, I know they're a confident bunch in there, but I don't think anybody in the state had them at 5-0 at this point of the year. They are rocking and rolling.
And Rich Hansen Jr., he's ready to roll the dice. Talk about the decision for them to go for two, and you talk about the running back. The fact that they have multiple options in that backfield, that's what makes them so dangerous. Is there a better duo than Barksdale and Abdul Toure?
Not up north. Not that I can think. I mean, we saw Keyshawn Bryant, who had a really good game, and when Nate Bailey's healthy, those two guys could be really good. But Barksdale and Toure have forged this thunder and lightning backfield that, with Tyler Bell being able to run the ball as well, it's been very impressive. St. Peter's Prep did not coach or play scared in this game. They were aggressive. Earlier in the first half, St. Peter's had kicked the field goal, made the field goal, but there was a penalty running into the kicker. They could have taken the 3 and kicked the ball back to St. Joe's, but they said, no, we're going to take – the points are on the board. We're taking them off, and we're going to go back on this drive, and we're going to punch it in. And that was a statement to me. I said, wow, these guys aren't coaching scared or playing scared today. They're playing to beat St. Joe's. They turn those 3 into 7 points. They go down the field. Tyler Bell just matriculates the offense down the field at an expert level. And then the touchdown pass to Hunter Watson in the corner. I mean, you couldn't have thrown it any better. And the play call, too, you say, okay, are they going to throw it here? Are they going to get Tyler on the run, a little bootleg? Is this a trick play? We've seen the trick play like we talked about, a Philly special, something of that ilk. No, it was just a motion sweep, get the ball in your most explosive playmaker's hands and get Olubobola right in front of him, a 6'5", 275 4-star tackle leading the way. I mean, nobody wanted to step in front of that kid. And they walked right in, 29-28. And the defense makes a stand. Defense strip sacks almost immediately on the St. Joe's drive as they try to go down the field. And that's what St. Peter's did. It was just a really impressive performance from St. Peter's. This weekend, I think we'll see these matchups again at some point later in the season. Joe's was not fully healthy in this game. I'm sure you were going to bring this up. It's been certainly very highly talked about coming into this game. What's the status of Nate Bailey and Lamar Best? I talked to both of those guys beforehand. They're hoping that this is just a 1-week absence. They have a bye this week, so they're doing the right thing. They're getting healthy. They're getting healthy. They're going to get those guys back right, and you're going to be at that game in 2 weeks. Joe's Bosco, and they want to make sure those guys are healthy for that game. So I think when you go to Montvale in a couple of Saturdays, you're going to see Lamar Best and Nate Bailey out there.
And that's the most important thing about this. Goes back to the top of the show. We're just getting started with these North superpowers, and the story is far from being told, but we have a heck of an opening chapter. When we come back, we're going to talk Hun football with Tyler Mroz. You're watching the Jersey Sports Zone Beyond the Score podcast presented by RWJ Barnabas Health.
It's one thing to win one award, but it's another 46 things to win 46 awards. New Jersey's most comprehensive academic healthcare system. Learn more at rwjbh.org/US News.
It's really nice to be in a situation, in a place where there are very good people who take good care of people.
Orthopedics it's not about saving lives, it's about saving quality of life.
A lot of people, we live high-stress lives, so if you tell someone they can't do something for whatever reason, that's pretty traumatic.
I really take pride in trying to be empathetic and trying to put myself in every patient's shoes.
I want to take care of people like I'd want to take care of my family, and I think that when you do that and give somebody that family feeling and give them your honest opinion for what you would do, they value that.
Welcome back to the Beyond the Score podcast. We're joined now by our colleague who covers the Princeton area as well as South Jersey, Tyler Mroz. And Tyler, you had a chance to check out one of the most intriguing programs in the entire state, and that's the Hun Raiders. What's it like to go and see that kind of talent up close and personal?
It's honestly surreal. I mean, one of the first games I covered for Jersey Sports Zone was Hun last year, and the amount of D1 prospects that they have is just absurd. So, and seeing the team this year, you have some absolute studs. Guys that are going to be in the NFL, guys that are going to be playing on Saturdays in college. They're going to be household names soon. It's just amazing to be able to cover a team like that.
Now, certainly, Lucas Prock is a name that has permeated through the recruiting world. Luke Wafel is a guy that we have talked about here in past. But, Tyler, there's a guy at Hun right now who is flying up the recruiting charts. And, 2 months ago, I don't know if any of these college coaches in the high-level Power 4 ranks knew who this kid was. Take us a little bit behind the scenes. Who is this secret prospect at Hun that all these college coaches are freaking out over?
They have Tommy Douglas, maybe the secret weapon. He's been Hun's leading receiver so far this year. 0 offers before the season started. 24/7 Sports did not even have a profile on him on August 1st. And now he has 19 offers as of, I'm sure right now, Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama. It's just a plethora of some of the biggest programs in the entire country.
And this is kind of the formula for why would you want to go to a prep school. Tommy Douglas, a tight end, was from Chatham, decides to go to the prep route, and this is where you can develop yourself. And Tyler, we've covered a lot of kids with those kind of offers, but as you said, he was literally not on the radar, and now he is. To give you some perspective, I went and did the Hun preview. He's their emergency quarterback. I thought he looks like Josh Allen if he was playing quarterback.
Yeah.
Just a 6'5" frame, and he's out there and he's slinging the ball around. And then you've come to find out he goes out there, he starts getting some catches on film. This is truly a unique story that we're watching unfold right in front of our eyes.
And you can see why he's a highly touted prospect. The game against Pennington, you saw he had that long touchdown grab. It looks like a little Gronk out there. He can run it on the jet sweep. He can run block. And he's a great kid, too. So you have all the tools that you would want. And you can certainly see why some of the top programs in the United States are trying to get this guy on their squad.
Tyler, I don't think this past week was the last time we're going to see the Hun Raiders on Jersey Sports Zone. A monster game that really nobody in New Jersey is talking about in just a matter of weeks here. Who is this team that's coming up to play Hun?
It's a team that, if you've watched Jersey Sports Zone this year, you know it's IMG Academy from Florida. Consistently one of the best high school programs in the entire country. They're coming up. Hun will be hosting them at Franklin Field at the University of Pennsylvania on November 1st. So I am ecstatic about that game. That is going to be potentially the game of the year.
Make sure you check out Tyler's feature on Tommy Douglas. It's posted right now on jerseysportszone.com. Make sure you hang on to every single one of those clips of Hun, because when Lucas Sprock commits and the Luke Wafel reel, we got to get those out there because, as you said, they're going to be household names before you know it on the college football landscape.
Yeah, I mean, watching all of them in one game it makes you speechless. Luke Wafel is an absolute stud. Lucas Brock is an absolute stud. And now you got Tommy Douglas. So that's just, Hun's producing guys.
Tyler, thanks for coming on with us, buddy. Good luck shooting this week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Dream big, they say. We say dream bigger. Over 3 million square feet of bigger, so you can plunge deeper. Play in the snow longer. Wonder greater. Pose with your friends sillier. Shop with your family happier. Make every meal tastier. And float higher than ever. Whatever your dream is, come live it big time at American Dream.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Get back the life you love.
Well, Jay, you know, we read the tea leaves, we look at the schedule, and it just happens to be these last few weeks that the big games, when it comes to a statewide conversation, are in the northern part of the state. That's the case heading into this weekend. We got 2 monster games on Friday up north.
4 top 10 teams in New Jersey are going to be playing games, and it's a busy Friday night for sure. Rich, you're going to be at Old Tappan, Northern Highlands, 2 5-0 teams. These are 2 of the very best public schools in the entire state of New Jersey. Northern Highlands has just been ascending since they opened the 2025 season of all the teams in New Jersey. They were the first team to get a win this season down at Battle at the Beach, defeating Holy Spirit, a team that was a state semifinalist last year in non-public B. And Northern Highlands, this is a confident bunch, an extremely well-coached team. And boy, they are physical. They love to run the ball. They love to punch you in the mouth. And they just continue to win, pick up impressive victories. Last week, they went to Union City. They took out Union City, who was a Group 5 state finalist last year. This team is rolling on all cylinders. And they're coming into a massive game against Old Tappan, who we talked about on the last show. Old Tappan is very much the real deal. Very much the real deal. So you are going to see an incredibly high level of football on Friday night. I'm super excited for you to take this game in because it's going to be a lot of fun.
And then you turn it up a notch, you know, Don Bosco and DePaul, you know, the Ironmen. You talk about that rule where you celebrate for 24 hours. Yeah. They really have to live with that because DePaul Catholic has we all think was the front runner for our Zoman Trophy, and Derek Zammit. They were losing to Barnabas Catholic 14-6 at the half, and then on 4th and 5 from their own 49, Zammit threw an NFL-level pass, and that just kind of reminds you of how special a player he is, the way he maneuvers, two-point conversion, the footwork, creating space, creating time, throwing darts. So now, for DePaul, who's the overwhelming kind of number 1 seed favorite in non-public B, they get ready for that by testing the waters against those top non-public A teams. And this game, I am fascinated because DePaul is going to be coming after them. But look, they've gotten to some slow starts, and had to step on the gas. I don't think you could do that against Don Bosco.
No, you got to be very careful when you play Don Bosco because they've got the defense that can make a couple stops early. And then if your offense, if DePaul's defense isn't ready to go, it could spell trouble. Now, DePaul's defense has been playing very well. Logan Nagel has 10 sacks already this season. 10 sacks already this season. I mean, this guy is a beast. Jackson Bastante has 7 sacks already this season. So you've got their 2 top dogs on defense that are producing at an all-state level 4 games into the season. These guys are fantastic. I saw them back in week 0 against Pope John. Logan and Jackson were just 2-man wrecking machine. I mean, they were fantastic. It's going to come down to what can Bosco do to limit Zammit. Derek in this game last year was a 21-20 final. DePaul won a very, very close game. Bosco missed an extra point, and that's really the only reason that we didn't go to overtime was a missed extra point. So DePaul is going to have to start out fast. They can't just come out there and go through the motions. They need to execute immediately and right away. And with in my eyes, the best quarterback in the entire state of New Jersey at the helm, I know Derek's going to be ready to go. Those guys are fired up. He's an incredible leader. He's an incredible quarterback. This is the face of DePaul Catholic. We're lucky to get another year of Derek because it feels like we've been covering him for 10 years now, right? You were there when he won his first state championship. You got to see this guy, and he has grown so much. So it's going to be very fascinating. This game has been so close in recent years. DePaul has won 2 straight games. The last 4 games between these 2 teams have been decided by 8 total points. It's a razor-thin margin between DePaul Catholic and Don Bosco Prep. So it's got all the makings of a great game.
And while we're not into the business of picking games, I will say this is going to, I can't see any reason why it will not be another scenario like we've seen these last 4 years. I think it's going to be coming down right to the wire. And the good news is that Jay Cook will have all those highlights posted ASAP on Friday night on JerseySportsZone.com.
No one plans on heart disease, but everyone should have a plan for it. We help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. We offer convenient screenings without judgment, hundreds of preventive programs, and women's heart specialists. And we're the largest cardiac surgery program in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
It's time for another Blast from the Past, brought to you by the Heldridge, New Brunswick's only 4-star hotel.
Welcome to Blast from the Past. I'm Tyler Mroz. In Week 4, Philadelphia Eagles rookie linebacker Jihaad Campbell recorded his first career interception. Back in 2020, the Timber Creek alum made the JSC All-Zone team during his junior season.
Timber Creek's Jihaad Campbell commands attention along the defensive line. The junior was a game changer for the Chargers, racking up more than 50 tackles and 9 sacks this season. Campbell was also electric on offense, finishing the year with more than 300 yards receiving and a pair of touchdowns.
Blast from the Past is brought to you by the Heldridge, New Brunswick's only 4-star hotel and a preferred hotel of Rutgers football fans since 2005. The Heldridge helps you make the most of your game day weekend, providing premium accommodations in the cultural heart of downtown New Brunswick. Restaurants, bars, theaters, parks, museums, and more are only steps away. Whether you're traveling alone or with a large group, book your stay at the Heldrich and make the most of your game day weekend.
Welcome back to Beyond the Score. One of the things that we do here at Jersey Sports Zone that is so exciting is giving high school athletes the ability to meet local professional athletes, the local franchises in some of these incredible communities here in New Jersey. We have done it with the New Jersey Devils, Rich, and this week, very fun and exciting. Get to have some kids meet the New York Red Bulls.
Yeah, we really thank the Red Bulls for getting together with us and giving the soccer players a chance to interact with elite athletes in the MLS, Major League Soccer. So we were at the Red Bulls practice facility in Whippany, the top 5 goal scorers. 4 of them were there. Everett at Bordentown had an AP exam, so he couldn't come. But he's going to be at the game this Saturday night, which is great.
That's awesome.
We've got the 5 guys coming to the game Saturday night, Red Bulls against Cincinnati, and we'll be there to document it. But for the chance for these kids to interact with the pro Red Bull players is something really special. And you can see that coverage on our social media channels and on jerseysportszone.com. But and then the next part of it is coming up this Saturday for the Red Bulls Cincinnati game. So look, we had a short window to deliver 5 goals. And, you know, the one big takeaway I have, we've done this with the Devils now for 7 years, and I got to get with my guy Kevin Fox so we can get on the calendar to see what we're going to do.
For sure.
The players get a genuine big kick out of seeing really good high school highlights.
Yeah.
They get really pumped up about it. So I was worried because we normally have a full 4 weeks to kind of put together a top 5. We had a shorter window this time around. I thought the 5 goals were awesome.
We had great 5 goals. I mean, it was a great collection of goals, a little bit of everything, right? It was not every goal was some hellacious 40-yard kick. They each had something unique about them, which I really liked too. It wasn't just cut, copy, paste, same goal 5 times, right? Each goal had a little bit of character to it. I thought that was really cool. And you talk about the ability to meet the kids, for the kids to meet the players, but for the players to talk to the kids. They talk all in the same lingo, right? Especially the hockey guys. They have that hockey lingo. They have that hockey aura, right? It's very much exists in the soccer world. So I think that's the coolest part. They get to see somebody who has that same passion that they do. Just they're at the professional level, but they all kind of share that, love for the game. I think that's so cool to meet somebody like that.
Yeah, big thanks to the Red Bulls for partnering with Jersey Sports Zone. You can see our coverage of what happened on Tuesday at practice right now on jerseysportszone.com. And then coming up this Saturday, we'll make sure to get a great shot of those kids on the pitch at Sports Illustrated Stadium at an MLS being recognized by a world-class facility and soccer program like the Red Bulls is really awesome. And we're hoping this has started great things, and maybe we'll have the rest of our top 5 from this season at the beginning of their season in the spring, which will be awesome.
That would be a lot of fun. What a cool opportunity, man.
ACI Medical and Dental School in Eatontown is celebrating 20 years of new beginnings and 20 years of new careers. Start your new career as a medical or dental assistant in less than 4 months. From a talented faculty and staff to state-of-the-art equipment and training, ACI's medical and dental training programs are designed to help students succeed. Registration is open for day and evening classes. Visit aci.edu to begin your healthcare journey. Buffalo Wild Wings has teamed up with Jersey Sports Zone to honor high school athletes across the state with gift cards. We'll have Buffalo Wild Wings Player of the Game interviews all year long. Visit Buffalo Wild Wings locations in North Brunswick, Bridgewater, West Windsor, Flemington, Brick, and Toms River. A special thanks to the Munson Restaurant Group for supporting New Jersey high school athletes and Jersey Sports Zone. As we do every week here on the Beyond the Score podcast, we wrap things up by spinning the wheel to find out where we're going to give a team some coverage that shouted us out on social media. So we've got 2 so far, and we joked around about this.
Got to be careful.
Delran football won the first time.
Yeah.
We went to the Delran game on Friday. Didn't work out.
L.
Colts Neck Field Hockey, you're on the clock.
Yes.
Stay tuned. We'll see if the Cougars can come through with a win.
Yeah.
We'll find out. They were the winners last week. Who's going to be next on the list?
I don't know. Are we ready to get this
do
thing
it.
cranked up? All right. We are spinning the wheel for the third time. Boys game, girls game, could be anything here. We have, where are we going? Bound Brook Boys Soccer.
I like that.
Bound Brook Boys Soccer. All right. We are going to work our way up to just over the Driscoll Bridge, just a little over 287 up there.
That's right.
Right in the greater Bridgewater, Somerville area. And we'll get to the Bound Brook team. I like that.
Either you or I.
Yeah.
We'll have to find a hole in the schedule where we can make that happen.
Yeah, I'm excited. That's a great area that we can certainly always cover more, and now we're gonna get an opportunity to. I like that.
Okay, so Bound Brook, you're up next. And a reminder, if you want us to come cover your game, we're going to do this all during the regular season in the fall. Then we'll start it back up in the winter. Just go in the comments, type in your school, and we'll put you on the wheel. And every week we'll find somebody else to get to. That's our way of thanking you for supporting Jersey Sports Zone and for us to try and get to as many games as humanly possible.
Yes.
Believe me, we're working on it every day, trying to get to so many places.
Comprehensive, academic, and award-winning. New Jersey deserves nothing less. Learn more at rwjbh.org/US News.
Well, another great week of New Jersey high school sports. Thanks to everyone out there for supporting the podcast. We're getting great numbers, Jay, so we really appreciate everybody who are downloading the podcast, whether it's your traditional podcast. Anywhere you can get a podcast, just type in Jersey Sports Zone. You can watch it on our YouTube channel. We always want you to watch that one because a lot of times if you're listening in the car, we're putting in some great video that are just kind of accentuating what we're talking about. So a lot of different ways for you to consume our content. Thanks for watching it all on social media. And, it's already getting to be that time where we're about to ramp things up here in the fall sports season. So it's been great.
I can't believe that. I mean, we are in October already. What happened? I don't know. We've been doing this 5 episodes now. It's been great. Thank you for everybody for watching, listening, and the feedback. And you're right. I mean, we are quickly approaching the time where I gotta start pulling my sweatshirt out from my closet here because we're gonna start getting to a couple games where it's gonna start getting a little brisk now. So we'll see what happens, but I'm excited about it.
And we're posting fresh content every single day on JerseySportsZone.com. He's Jay Cook. I'm Rich Krampanis. This is Beyond the Score, Episode 5 in the books.
If you have chronic joint or back pain, this is probably where you spend your time. Might we suggest a better destination that's close to home? RWJ Barnabas Health, where orthopedic surgeons designed the surgical implants that are now used around the world, and where you'll be cared for by the same doctors that treat professional athletes and rising stars. Get back to what you've been missing. Orthopedic care. Do it right. Here. RWJ Barnabas Health.